Okay, so after Pat says, hold your horses, he's getting tired. Laura has the same question I just had.
Yeah.
What happened to all of your power?
Yeah.
Remember, Pat was talking about
strength.
his super strength for beating eggs that only lasts 3 minutes. So what happened to all your power? She could also have said, what happened to all of your strength? Your arms are tired, I'm surprised. And then she says, never mind, I'll take over so you can rest. These are some mighty arms here. You could beat an egg just as well as Pat. So yeah, but it's nice sometimes if you're doing something that takes some power to take a rest, share the work a little bit. So Pat can maybe find something else to do. Laura can take over, and so Pat can rest or take a break.
Yeah, it turns out I'm the Wonder Woman, Pat. Okay, 所以我到时候当时我当然可能跟 Pat 就说啊，这么快就累？那你刚刚提到你的 strength、你的 power、你的力气都跑到哪儿去呢？Never mind， 就是有种哎，算了算了，没关系啦。I'll take over，OK， 我来接手，这样他就可以休息。Take over 就是接手或者是接替这样子的意思。For example, usually we use this for cooking, I guess. Here, you take over stirring the soup while I start making the salad. Take over, okay, for me for a while, for
Absolutely.
example.
You could use it in other situations. Maybe if two people are in a car driving. I'm getting a little tired. Could you take over while I, have a rest or drink a coffee or something like that?
Like a long road trip.
That's right. Basically, one person is going to step in while the other person takes a break or takes a rest. So, yes, Laura's going to take over, making that mixture nice and fluffy. And Pat says, while you do that, I'll boil the water for the espresso. Okay, well, that's good. He's not just going to sit there and be lazy. He's just going to do something that's a little bit easier on the arm muscles. He's going to boil water for the espresso. Interesting.
Okay. So Pat 呢，其实也有点分工啦，他只是想要休息一下，然后不想要动这个苦活，是不是？他就说呢，哎，你在搅拌的时候呢，他就可以也来做另外一件事情，分工，就是说可以煮 espresso， 就是浓缩咖啡的怎么样的热水 boil water。boil 是个动词，它有着烧开啦或者煮沸这样的意思。So maybe we could ask somebody, can you boil a kettle of water for tea?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, and of course, 你煮完的水，滚的水 that's called boiling water.
Yes, boiling water is very dangerous.
Very hot.
So be careful when you're using it. But yes, we boil water for lots of different reasons. Basically, just get the temperature above 100 degrees and you have boiled your water. Good job. And then Laura, as Pat is boiling the water, she says, when that's done, or when that's finished, soak the lady fingers in the espresso for a few seconds so they soak up the coffee. All right, lady fingers are these long cookies or long cakes that you can eat as a snack on their own. They're very good with coffee, but here we're going to use them in the tiramisu. It's sort of the cake part of the tiramisu, but you will soak them in the espresso. That's in the very strong coffee that Pat is making. Notice it's espresso. Don't make the mistake that a lot of people make and say espresso. A lot of people say espresso like it's really fast. Like an express train is really fast. No, it's espresso. And honestly, if you don't make a mistake like that, you'll be better than a lot of people. I hear tons of people saying, can you get me an espresso?
Yeah.
It's not an espresso.
So will the Italians actually laugh at us when we say
I would
that?
hope so, and also all the people in Starbucks.
Espresso! It sounds like, where are you heading to? Are you
sir.
Express train. Okay.
It's espresso.
Espresso, guys. Okay, 所以煮好之后呢，可以把 lady finger 是什么呢？其实它就长得像我们的手指，就是拇指饼干，它可以浸泡在这个浓缩咖啡，注意发音不是 X 哦，是 espresso。OK， 几秒钟可以把它浸在里面几秒钟，让它怎么样？可以怎么样 ？soak up the coffee，吸收这个咖啡汁发咖啡液啦。那其中我们看到的 soak 就是有浸或是泡的意思。OK，so maybe I could say something like you should soak those dirty clothes before you wash them.
Absolutely.
Okay, and of course, soak up 就是有吸收 some kind of liquids. Okay, for example, I could say something like the rag soaked up most of the water.
Okay, and in the same way, the cookie part of the ladyfinger will soak up the coffee, and they'll get nice and soft, and it'll be like kind of like a simple coffee cake.
Yum!
That they'll add into the tiramisu. Wonderful. All right, so this is really coming together now.
Yeah.
Pat then says, then we can spoon and spread the creamy mixture, the one that Laura is making. They can spoon and spread the creamy mixture on top and start eating some tiramisu. They're basically done. But first, they have to sort of put it together. This is the part that Pat is talking about here. They'll take the lady fingers at the bottom, and then they can spoon using a big spoon with that bowl of all the eggs that Laura made. That's the mixture. They put that on top and then spread it. Just make it nice and flat so it looks pretty. But that mixture, that'll be the sweet part of the dessert.
Yummy, OK、然后接下来，哇，听起来越来越快成型了。这个提拉米苏，他说我们可以用汤匙将奶油状的混合物怎么样 spread 平铺在上方，就可以开始吃一点提拉米苏啦。不过这里大家有没有发现 spoon、平常不是汤匙的意思 ？Now here it's used as a verb.
That's right.
就是用汤匙来取得他们刚刚的那个甜甜的那个 mixture 那个混合物。I'm hungry.
Me too.
Okay, mixture 刚刚有提到对不对？就是混合物。那其实它是源自于 mix 这个动词，不过其实 mix 其实前面我们有看到，还可以当做名词来用哦，就是有混合或者是有混合的东西这样的意思。那我们可以怎么用呢？ For example, we could say something like stir the sugar and butter until the mixture is light and fluffy.
Espresso with lady fingers, mixture nice and spread, nice and beautiful. Looks great. Pat is ready to eat. I'm ready to eat. This is going to be so good. And
hold
just
your
then, that's right, hold your horses, because just then Laura says, you're forgetting something. What are we? It's all, they got the sugar and the egg and the whipped cream. And let's read on. What are we forgetting, Laura? And she tells us we still have to chill it in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours.
4 hours!
I hate my life. This is terrible, but it's true. You can't eat tiramisu when it's just been in the kitchen and it's at room temperature. It's kind of warm, as we would say. No, you've got to chill it in the refrigerator.
Chill.
And not just for like 20 minutes or 30, for 4 hours. That's like a year in my dessert life.
True. That's
but it
true.
needs to be chilled.
Okay,
So
well,
chill out.
Yeah, chill out.
Chill out.
Okay,
well,
所以呢，大家有没有发现，我们现在做这些东西好像少了一个步骤？因为这时候我就提醒派说：“哎，你忘了一件事情，我们还得把刚刚几乎都已经成品的提拉米苏，要把它冰进冰箱至少4个小时哦。”这里的 at least 就是至少什么什么。Okay, at least. So maybe you need 5 hours,
you mean
maybe?
5 hours would be
Or
better?
more? Okay, 那 chill 呢是什么呢？就是要使什么东西变冷啦，或是冰镇这样的意思。For example, chill the dessert for 1 hour before serving it.
An hour is okay.
Yeah. By the way, have you tasted a chilled soup before?
I have, yes.
What does it taste like?
Cold soup.
Okay.
Yeah,
is
it's
it nice?
great in the summertime.
Oh, that's true.
You could
okay.
have a vichyssoise, which is a French chilled potato soup. Or of
Yum!
course, it's really good. Yes,
Okay.
it's really good. Anyways, yeah, so you can chill lots of things. Even if you buy some water or a bottle of soda at the supermarket, often it's not cold, so you got to bring it home. Chill it for a few hours before you bring it out for your party or to drink or anything like that. Just make it colder by putting it in the fridge. That's what we're talking about when we chill something.
然后平常口语我们也会常常会用 chill out or chill 来表示冷静一下 ，OK， 不用那么急这样的意思。Okay, so we need to chill the tiramisu, and after that?
After that, we can sprinkle some cocoa powder. I should say we should. After that, I'm just so hungry. After that, we can sprinkle some cocoa powder on top and give it a try. Yeah, that's
finally
not the most important, but it certainly makes it look absolutely beautiful. If you've ever had tiramisu, you'll know that there's that brown layer of powder on the top. What is that? That is cocoa powder. We'll get to that for later. But if you're spreading powder or putting powder on food, a good way is to sprinkle some over top. Sprinkling is basically taking something dry that's in very small pieces like salt or sugar or something like that, and without really being careful, just sort of drop it. Just make sure it falls in kind of an even way on top of something. It's not super important that it goes everywhere, so you just sort of drop it as rain falls from the sky. The sugar falls on top of the cake.
OK， 所以呢，当然冰完之后，我们还可以撒一些可可粉，就是 cocoa powder， 在这个提拉米苏上，然后试吃看看。撒粉状的东西，我们会用 sprinkle 这个动词哦。For example, he sprinkled water on the plants.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, so let's continue reading.
Cocoa powder. What were they sprinkling? Cocoa powder. Yeah, of course. Cocoa is what we use to make chocolate, right? And what cocoa is basically a bean. Then you dry the bean, you grind the bean. And if you grind something up when it's dry and you grind it, you cut it, you crush it down, and so it's very, very small, then it becomes powder, all right? Sand is kind of like powder, but powder will be even smaller like that. We often put maybe powder on our body, right? You can have baby powder or bath powder that smells good, and we can have powdered sugar too. It's not like the little pieces of sugar. It's been crushed down. If you do that with powder, you'll get a big cloud because it's so light and small.
OK, powder 当然就是粉末的意思啦，所以刚刚 cocoa powder 就是可可巧克力粉这样的意思。Now, Pat is going to say something that you've been saying for the whole time.
Okay.
He says, I don't know if I can wait that long.
At least 4 hours. That's a really long time.
I know.
And of course, making it just makes you think about how good it's going to taste. But now he's got to wait a long time. So what does Pat do? Well, the good thing is he doesn't just dive in and start eating. No.
Gross.
He sighs and he rubs his stomach. When you sigh, you kind of breathe in an emotional way with a lot of feeling. And then he rubs his stomach because he's so hungry, but he's just going to have to be patient. I guess they have some cleaning up to do.
That's
right?
true.
They can wash some of the dishes.
But that won't take 4 hours.
That'll take, 14 minutes.
Yeah.
But,
Okay,
yes.
well, I guess we all have to wait for that tiramisu. Okay,
Yeah.
Pat 最后都 sigh 都叹口气，然后他说，哎，他不确定可以是不是等那么久，然后还摸着他的肚子。Well, we'll find out if we can get our tiramisu after the show, but now it's our For You chat.
Want to order a pizza?
Yeah, that's faster.